Denny's presents the 2021 Hungry for Education Winners Celebration. Tonight, we celebrate our 2021 scholarship winners with our host, KevOnStage, and special entertainment from Shejay T.O, with appearances from members from our Denny's executive team and our HFB scholarship partners. And now, we kick off tonight's celebration with a Grand Slam mix from Shejay T.O.
It's the Shejay DJ T.O.
Yeah.
She's so dope, 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 dope.
Crazy mix music.
Baby, you must be crazy if you think I don't love ya. Baby, you're driving me crazy. No, I kill the world for you. Fill up my cup like to flip up. Seems to be that I'm down on my luck. Couple rounds got me faded. Going insane cause I miss my baby. Why? Some bad things on my mind. For you I would cry. Girl, you shot me down. Your love shot me down. Yeah. For you I would die. You say you would cry. Girl, you shot me down. Your love shot me down. Yeah. Cupid, arrow in my heart again. Cupid, arrow in my heart again. Cupid, arrow in my heart, yeah. Cupid, arrow in my heart, yeah.
Shejay T.O.
Karma came to hunt me down again. She forgives me, never let her down again. She said you'll cheat one more time and we're done. I promise you'll be the only one. Why? Some bad things on my mind. For you I would cry. Girl, you shot me down. Your love shot me down. Yeah. For you I would die. You say you would ride. Girl, you shot me down. Your love shot me down.
I just wanna dance with you tonight. Slow wine, 1, 2, 3, wind your waistline. 4, 5, 6, can you fast when I drop it like a pro? I just wanna dance with you tonight. I just wanna dance with you tonight. Slow wine, 1, 2, 3, wind your waistline. 4, 5, 6,
DJ T.O. She's so dope.
I just wanna dance with you tonight. Slow wine, 1, 2, 3, wind your waistline. 4, 5, 6, can you fast when I drop it like a pro? Drop it like a pro, girl, drop it like a pro. Wind up your waist and drop it like a pro. Drop it like a pro, girl, drop it like a pro. Wind up your waist and drop it like a pro. Drop it like a pro, girl, drop it like a pro. If you look sexy, drop it like a pro. Drop it like a pro, girl, drop it like a pro. Wind up your waist and drop it like a pro. I just wanna dance with you tonight. Slow wine, 1, 2, 3, wind your waistline. 4, 5, 6, can you fast when I drop it like a pro? I just wanna dance with you tonight. Slow wine, 1, 2, 3, wind your waistline. 4, 5, 6, can you fast when I drop it like a pro? No more holding back, yeah. Girl, you're too special, you're more than just bad. Put your first, never lost. Screenshot your FaceTime just to save your past. I see snakes in your grass. You're dealing with a boss like a wolf, they attack. Took a pack to make a bag, yeah. And you can have half, yeah. Hold on me girl, please never ever let me go. If this stock card, we can play it like it's domino. Give them 6 love, we can win it. Wheel of fortune, girl, we can spin it. I really, really want you. Wind up your body, girl, show me that you want me to. I really, really want you.
Shejay T.O.
Knock your way down. We bout to lay it down. You see me wanna come around. We can't shut the party down. We came to shut the party down. Knock your way down. Just left the jet, I'm about to pull up at the hotel.
Let the celebration begin. Now, let's hear it for your host, actor, comedian, and director, KevOnStage.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, KevOnStage, and what a great honor it is for me to host this year's 2021 Denny's Hungry for Education Winter Celebration. Let me just say, I don't know how you all did it this past year. It's been an amazing event, given what all you had to deal with. Staying healthy, keeping up with your studies, and to top it off, getting good grades. You all have demonstrated one of the big themes for this year's celebration: education never stops. You figured out that despite all the obstacles, having to take classes remotely via Zoom or not being able to hang out with your best friends, you all survived. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Woo! I don't know if I could have done it. This year's celebration is all about you. We're going to keep the party going tonight thanks to Shejay T.O. We got plenty of folks who want to congratulate you during the program. You'll hear from several of Denny's key executives, several of our Denny's community partners, and we'll learn a little bit more about what's going on with past Denny's Hungry for Education scholarship winners. To kick off this year's celebration remarks, let me toss it over to John Miller, Denny's CEO.
I'm John Miller, CEO of Denny's, and it's an absolute privilege to be here with you this evening. And let's face it, this past year has not been easy. Virtually overnight, a global pandemic upended your lives, and you had to figure out in real time how to carry on and how to live in a new normal, like wearing masks, constantly washing your hands, missing football games, homecoming and prom, and even missing the infamous senior skip day. And learning's hard enough in person, let alone through video conferencing. And I know for me, it's very hard not to multitask and to lose focus. Yet, when faced with a crisis, you have but two choices. You can let it destroy you, or you can let it be a defining moment of character for your life, and you can come out stronger than ever. So may your generation therefore be the strongest ever, as we never want to go through this again. And wow, you may not see it now, but I can say without a doubt that you have grown stronger. You never gave up, you didn't let the pandemic destroy you, and you overcame one of the most challenging situations the world has ever collectively endured. And though here at Denny's we faced our own set of challenges this past year, our focus on education never changed. We know the importance of investing in education. Indeed, this investment is an investment in you. And you are the hope of the world. And our future now depends on you, reaching for the stars, chasing your dreams, and serving humanity. And as Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees at Wilberforce University, I have always enjoyed sitting in the audience during graduation and watching students dressed in their hard-earned caps and gowns, smiles brightened with pride, walking across the stage, receiving their degrees, then tossing those caps in the air with family and friends, beaming with pride and cheering for each and all, and thanking God for the journey and accomplishments thus far, and praying for a fruitful and rewarding and gratifying future ahead. And I know that tonight's virtual commemoration of this outstanding educational milestone of yours is not the ceremony you envision, but you're not alone. And I know that you know this is a special night just the same. For tonight, your families are here, your friends are here, and all of us here at Denny's are here. And we have come together to celebrate you. We have gathered to honor you and your dedication and your hard work to beat the odds, to stay the course, and to make this stage today. So now as you embark on your life journey, I ask that you remember these three simple principles of life. Always lead with an open mind and heart. Spend time doing what you love. And when things seem to be at their hardest, lean on love and respect. You are the next generation that will build our future. The world is yours, and I can't wait to see what you make of it. So on behalf of the Denny's Board of Directors and the more than 9,000 Denny's team members across the country, congratulations for being recipients of this year's Hungry for Education Scholarship.
Next, we'll hear from the community partners who make the Hungry for Education Scholarship possible.
My name is Blondell Hardy, and I serve as the scholarship chair for the Lambda Rho Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, which is located in Gaffney, South Carolina. In our partnership with Denny's Hungry for Education Scholarship Program has impacted college students throughout the United States. It is through this partnership that we will award 3 $2,000 scholarships. On behalf of Lambda Rho Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, it's with great enthusiasm and excitement that we continue with our partnership with Denny's Corporation. Congratulations to this year's award recipients and best wishes for all future endeavors.
First, I would like to thank the members of the Lambda Rho Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and Denny's for selecting me as this year's HBCU recipient for the scholarship award. My learning experience changed because as an out-of-state student at the illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University in Greensboro, North Carolina, I had to leave in the middle of my second semester of my sophomore year and return home to Long Island, New York. In the beginning, it was a little bit challenging as I had to reframe my thinking, change my schedule around, and change from all in-person classes to all online classes and attend Zoom sessions, which limited the interaction between me and my classmates and my professors. I did transition very well, however, and I was able to achieve a 4.0 for both the spring 2020 semester and the fall 2020 semester. Over the past year, I've learned that it is important to be true to yourself and to stay focused no matter what is going on around you. It is also okay to ask for help when you need it. And despite all the challenges and all the difficulties faced during the pandemic, I learned that it is important to keep moving forward in a positive direction.
The Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities is proud to join the Denny's Hungry for Education celebration to honor the 2020 scholarship recipients during the 10th anniversary of this educational program. As an association that represents more than 500 colleges and universities committed to Hispanic higher education success in the United States, Puerto Rico, Latin America, Spain, and U.S. school districts, we are fortunate to have corporate partners like Denny's that make a positive impact through scholarship awards, even during these unprecedented times. On behalf of HACU, we thank Denny's for this long-standing and successful partnership. Congratulations to the 2020 Denny's Hungry for Education Scholarship recipients who are the next generation of leaders.
I'm deeply honored. It's such a prestigious award. So that scholarship really helped me buy extra books. For example, I used it to buy my fluid mechanics books, my materials books, and a reinforced concrete code. I'm in a civil engineering major, so a lot of those engineering books really add up. But that scholarship has helped me alleviate some of those financial burdens that I used to have in previous semesters. My graduation is fastly approaching. I hope to become an engineering trainee once I graduate and attain my PE license and work on infrastructure. But I really hope to, as I said, I want to become a civil engineer. I've also been thinking about pursuing a business degree because if you want to move up in management and such as engineering, MBA or another business degree is very good. So from that perspective, probably in 10 years, I would want to start, probably manage one project, maybe a bridge or a parking garage, and maybe one day, design an entire skyscraper.
Hi, I'm Bernadette Alestia, board member of Denny's. For decades, doubt has been seated in the minds of people of color, people who've been oppressed, and people who've had to fight for opportunities to rewrite the limiting stories that others have developed for them. As you head off to college to write what will be the next chapter of your lives, I want you to remember one thing. Change doesn't happen without taking risks. We can look to so many people who were told they could not or should not do what they believed was the right thing. Yet they found the courage and resolve to do it anyway. 4 Black women, Christine Darden, Mary Jackson, Katherine Johnson, and Dorothy Vaughan, weren't supposed to make NASA space travel possible and help John Glenn become the first American to orbit Earth. Born in a Japanese internment camp during World War II, Kiyoshi Kuromiya wasn't supposed to become a prominent activist who fought for LGBTQ rights and befriended Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. to advocate for civil rights for all. As a bartender and waitress, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez wasn't supposed to run for U.S. House of Representatives and win. The common thread among each of these wonderful leaders is having total and complete trust in themselves and their communities. As you go off to college and create the life that you've always imagined, always remember to trust your heart, forge ahead fearlessly, and be the author of your own story. Congratulations on winning the Denny's Hungry for Education Scholarship. I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors.
Thank you for those inspirational words. For the past 10 years, Denny's has invested in hundreds of students who have not only succeeded in school, but in life too. There are former life scholars like Mary Pat Hector, who made a difference for her classmates at Spelman and other students in the Atlanta University Center schools. She knew too many students were going hungry because they couldn't afford a meal plan. After months of conversation, including a hunger strike, she convinced university officials to start a program allowing unused meals to be shared with those who had no meal plan. That's just absolutely outstanding. Now, let's get back to the program. Here's a look at some of our past HFE scholars.
Hi, my name is Kennedy Lejeune, and I'm a Denny's Hungry for Education Scholarship National winner. When I won the scholarship in 2018, I was in my second year of law school. I used the scholarship to pay for textbooks, which helped me tremendously. I was able to focus less on the cost of my education and more on my studies. When I arrived at the end of my third year in law school, I was approved to graduate with honors. Since graduating law school in May 2020, I was licensed to practice law in my home state of Louisiana and have begun a career as an attorney. I currently work for a legal aid organization, and it is rewarding to be able to help low-income and homeless persons obtain legal representation. Long term, I hope to continue to use my education to help more vulnerable populations. From winning this scholarship in 2018 to now, it seems that my life has settled as much as it can in a pandemic, and the real work can begin.
Greetings. I am Chandra Guillory, and I greet you on behalf of the Spartanburg, South Carolina chapter of the Links Incorporated. We are an international nonprofit organization that is comprised of more than 15,000 women nationally and internationally. Over a 4-year period, Denny's and the Spartanburg chapter of the Links Incorporated have collaborated and fostered excellence in education. 2 outcomes from this partnership are as follows. We have had 6 educational scholarships that we have awarded to 6 students over the past years, and the awards have exceeded $10,000 in total. And on behalf of the Links, we thank Denny's for this wonderful partnership, and we look forward to many more in the future.
My essay was centered around how Denny's could bring communities together, and that was the prompt. And so I began my essay just really speaking about my community, which is the African American community that I come from, and my pride that I take in my community. Then I transitioned into the main topic, which was that I believe Denny's could bring communities together by advocating for minority groups and really establishing great programs for underprivileged youth. And I came up with these ideas because lately, as we have seen, there has been much, political, societal unrest dealing with, racism, discrimination from all minority groups, not just African Americans, but all minority groups. But if Denny's, can stand up and say that we stand with the African American community, we stand for the Hispanic community, we stand with the Asian community, I believe that that would just work wonders for the society, for Denny's, and it would just really show Denny's support for equality for all. After graduation, I see myself mainly giving back. I see myself, I would probably be working at a veterinary clinic in the area that I am living in working towards owning my own clinic. That is one of my goals, and to be a veterinarian that people can come to when they love their animals, they love their pets, but they just may not have the means to pay for all those expensive surgeries.
Hello, My name is Lauren Schweppe. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I am the Educational Initiatives Manager at the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce. We are proud to partner with Denny's and the Hungry for Education Scholarship Program and offer huge congratulations to all of this year's scholarship recipients. Our mission at the National LGBT Chamber of Commerce is to represent and advocate on behalf of all LGBT business owners. The LGBT business community is a vital part of both the US and world economy, and we at NGLCC seek to ensure equity and inclusion are at the forefront of the economic and business spheres. With so much uncertainty in the world today, and knowing that access to education is such a vital part of achieving economic stability, the Hungry for Education program is a much-needed resource to help uplift and support the LGBT community and bring all of our communities together.
With COVID and everything, well, actually, I live in Texas, so we just had a little snowvid thing. So we were all without power for a few days, no heat, no electricity. And in those cases, you really can't do anything about it. So I feel like learning how to accept setbacks with grace is really is something that I've learned over these past few months. Because of course things are changing because of COVID-19, and you can't really control them. In fact, I was supposed to go on a trip that I had won for an award summer of 2020. And that didn't happen. So I had to learn to accept that. And I feel like that, from my experience with COVID, that has been the most prominent thing that I have learned. The Denny's scholarship has really helped me. It's really impacted me by allowing me to be able to focus more of my time on my goals and things. So instead of having to worry and stress about, oh no, how am I going to pay for college? What am I going to do about debt rising and interest on loans rising? I feel like it's really helped me feel less stressed and put more effort towards my goals, like my studies and my honors thesis and volunteering, which I love to do. I love being involved on campus, and the Denny Scholarship has really helped me in that sense.
Hi, I'm John Dillon, Chief Brand Officer for Denny's. 2021 marks the 10th anniversary of Denny's Hungry for Education Scholarship Program. That is 10 years of helping nearly 500 underrepresented students receive higher education, providing more than $1.5 million in scholarships to some of the country's best and brightest. At Denny's, we love to feed people, bodies, minds, and souls. It's our brand promise. It's the recipe that fuels our purpose every day. It's what excites us and brings us joy. So as you take the next step to transform your dreams into reality, I encourage you to take this time to develop your own purpose-driven recipe. As part of the pandemic class, you have a wonderful opportunity to step into the future with purpose, with vision, and with hope. So seize this beautiful moment and add your special blend to the world. Use your passions and your energy to lead the world, to bring more joy to the world, to create a more fair and equitable world for generations to come. So bravo to you, the class of 2021, and congratulations on winning the Denny's Hungry for Education Scholarship.
And now, a special musical performance from Shejay T.O.
DJ T.O. She's so dope. Dope, 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 dope,
Yeah. DJ T.O.
What a celebration. Thanks, Shejay T.O. I wish I had this chance back when I was in school, but think about it. For 10 years, Denny's has provided scholarships to Hungry for Education scholars. That means that Denny's has helped to change the lives of students who may not have gone to college or stayed in college without a true commitment to education. And it's our next guest who's been helping to lead these efforts, working with Denny's leadership team and dozens of partners. But wait, let her tell you all about it. Ladies and gentlemen, April Kelly Drummond, Denny's Head of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion.
Thanks, Kev. I can't believe we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the Denny's Hungry for Education Scholarship Program. When we started Hungry for Education, we had two ambitious goals in mind. First, we wanted to make sure attending college was accessible for deserving students from underrepresented communities. Second, we wanted to harness the passion and creative thinking of these students to help reduce hunger and food insecurity in their local communities. Since the inception of our scholarship program, I'm proud to say that Denny's has awarded more than $1.5 million in scholarships to nearly 500 students. We've also worked hand in hand with our scholarship recipients to make a difference in the lives of children, families, and young adults in their local communities. For example, our 2013 scholarship recipient partnered with our culinary team to create new items for her local Denny's. The proceeds from these items were donated to families in need living in El Paso. Our 2017 scholarship recipient helped reduce food insecurity at universities located at Atlanta University Center by creating a menu swipe program. Through this program, students were able to use their dining cards to purchase meals for other students on their campus who could not afford it. In addition to the Hungry for Education Scholarship Program, in 2019, Denny's hosted our first ever HBCU college tour to create another pathway to higher education for deserving students. Through the tour, we've introduced more than 2,300 high school students to historically Black colleges and universities across the country. Over the past 10 years, our commitment to students and education has been supported by wonderful partnerships with leading nonprofit organizations. Together with these organizations, Denny's is working even harder to make an impact, investing in students like you who demonstrate a deep commitment to your education and to making a change in your communities. Congratulations on being recipients of the Hungry for Education Scholarship. You have proven that education never stops. And here at Denny's, we truly believe that education never stops. Now, let's hear from a few more of our partners and winners.
Despite progress made in the disability rights movement over the past 30 years, individual and institutional ableism still exists in the world today. Disability remains highly stigmatized, and people with disabilities continue to be denied equal opportunity and access. Partners for Youth with Disabilities, or PYD, works to change the status quo. This is the first year that we have partnered with Denny's Hungry for Education scholarship programs, and we were thrilled to connect with a national leader like Denny's. Denny's is a role model in the community for inclusion and diversity. And the Hungry for Education scholarship program focuses on uplifting the community, which is well aligned with PYD's own mission to uplift the disability community.
When COVID-19 first started, I was a senior in high school. It was my second semester, and I was on track to have a pretty, normal senior year. But then COVID was like, we're going to throw a wrench into that. And so I ended up having to do the second half of my senior year at home, which had its challenges. And I didn't really have a normal graduation. But honestly, I think COVID for me has been more of a blessing because it's shown me who my real friends are and who I can count on in a lot of uncomfortable situations and just very not what I wanted situations. It's shown me the positives of how things can be. Because a lot of times when you're disabled, people don't really listen to you, whether that's because they don't think you have anything to say, or you're sitting down, so you're easier to ignore. A lot of people don't listen to you, but getting this scholarship has made me feel like I am a person who deserves to be heard, which is a really nice feeling.
Greetings on behalf of the officers and members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. My name is Dr. Sarah R. Simmons, and I am the chairman of the Scholarship Committee for Epsilon Beta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated salutes Denny's on your 10th year anniversary. Hungry for Education Scholarship Program. It is truly a blessing to have your partnership in the Spartanburg community, and we, the members of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, are eternally grateful for the vision to bridge the financial gap for students and support educational achievement over the last decade. Again, we say to Denny's, we commend you on your efforts to support the community with such innovation.
So the transition from in-person learning to digital learning was a little difficult at first. The online assessments and online activities, it was all a little new to me and all of my classmates. But after a few months, I really got used to it, and I've really started to enjoy having the flexibility that's associated with online learning. And another aspect of learning that's changed during COVID-19 for me is collaboration with my classmates. And so one might expect, since you're not in person learning together, that relationships may shift apart from your classmates. But for me, that really hasn't been the case. I think there's a sense of mutual support among my classmates. We're all in this together. So I've grown closer to a lot of my classmates. The COVID-19 pandemic, that put a lot of adults out of work, my parents included, but these expensive college tuitions really persisted. They didn't let up at all. And so I'd like to see myself at one of these elite colleges, but my family's financial situation kind of makes that vision hard to shape into a reality. So the Denny's Hungry for Education Scholarship can help alleviate some of these hardships associated with paying for college. It can bring me a step closer to achieving my dream of attending a world-ranked university.
And now, a special comedy moment from our host, KevOnStage.
I was trying to be a vegan for 30 days, but yeah, don't clap. I didn't last before. God told me that wasn't his plan for me. It's just too hard to be vegan. There's milk, cheese, and meat and everything. Especially when I make it, I be putting meat in stuff that don't have meat. Let me get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a side of bacon. That don't even go together. But you would eat it though, wouldn't you? You thought about it. So I gave up on being vegan because, I don't know, I just didn't care that much. I don't like healthy people. I don't like them. I don't like, especially vegans, I get it, but they always be judging you when you eating meat. They're like, well, I just had a kale smoothie with a quinoa base. Bro, I don't care. I had a bacon in cereal. Have you ever tried that? I've gotten so bad with my body. I used to work out a lot, but then I stopped. Because I just feel like, you know what, if God wanted me to have abs, he would have gave it to me. I don't have to. The Bible says we're made in his image, so I feel like God is built like me. The ones who are fit, that's the devil's build, if you ask me. Because we come like this. You got to work to be strong and stuff. But you just eat the fat of the land. You'll look like me and the Lord if you want to. Oh, man. And I really start off with my diet bad because I grew up poor. Anybody grow up poor in here? See, some people are clapping, some are not, because some people didn't know they grew up poor until you tell them. Because when you're poor and everybody else around you is poor, y'all don't know you're poor. Y'all just living life. When you grow up, you be like, oh, people had power windows? Because we had a crank that you had to pass around. We didn't even have 4 cranks. We had 1. Let me get the crank. And then you had to pass it down. And then you passed it back to the kids. And I was the youngest, so I was just sitting there dying in the heat, like, please, can I have the crank? So I got a poor people's quiz to help you uncover if you grew up well or not. Question number 1, what did you feed your pets? See, if you're rich, you feed your pets pet food, pictures of dogs on the food, so your dog knows, oh, this is me. I see one of me, that's for me. If you grew up like me, you fed the pet what y'all ate. Fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, black-eyed peas. Your dog got diabetes too. Both of y'all got this. He can't even chase nobody. Y'all getting robbed. He like, y'all know I can't even get out there like that. He got all these years of fried chicken bones stuck in his throat. He can't even bark. Take it. I don't. He's smoking a Newport out on the porch, yeah. Y'all want to get on these spades? Question 2, what'd you do with your grocery bags? You rich? Oh, you go to the grocery store, put some groceries in there, go home, take them out, put them away, throw the grocery bags in the trash. You poor, there's a ball of grocery bags underneath your sink today. You have money in your account, you still have a ball. Because you use it for everything. And that's the whole thing about being poor. You use stuff for everything. So those grocery bags are not just grocery bags, they're trash cans in every room. You hang them on the back of the door, and then you got a trash can in there. In your bathroom, you put it on that little bathroom trash, grocery bag in there, take it right out, don't have to wash it. Ladies in here, you lose your shower cap, you tie a grocery bag on there. In a pinch, it's not your go-to, but in a pinch, you got a little Ralph's bag, Safeway Select. What? Out there, it'll hold.
Hello, everyone. My name is Haley Stanley, and I am the Denny's and Tom Joyner Foundation Hungry for Education 2015 Scholarship recipient, and I am so excited to be here today. First and foremost, it is because of the Denny's and Tom Joyner Foundation Hungry for Education Scholarship that I was able to graduate. The impact of this scholarship has been so great on and in my life, not only because it allowed me to shine a light on a need in my community, but it also allowed me to have the financial support I needed to achieve my dreams of being the first to graduate from an HBCU in my family. Shortly after graduating from Howard University, I worked at the Department of Employment Services as a case manager, helping over 500 youth find employment opportunities, trade school program entry, and higher education opportunities. It was great. It was such a rewarding job to connect with the youth of Washington, D.C. and help them meet their goals. I've also helped with the youth in many other ways, such as being a keynote speaker at the Pathways to Success Girls Summit, where I spoke to over 200 youth about the importance of having confidence, anti-bullying, making an impact on the world, and remaining focused in your dreams. After working at DOS, I took a leap of faith and moved to New York, where I modeled professionally full-time for over 12 brands such as Macy's, Target, and Ralph Lauren. Overall, my life is truly a dedication to helping others, and I just want to thank Denny's and the Tom Joyner Foundation for always inspiring me to give back. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Susan L. Allen, National President and CEO of the U.S. Pan-Asian American Chamber of Commerce Education Foundation. Since our founding in 1984, we have become the longest standing and most established national organization that provides an uninterrupted, unified voice for equal opportunity for the 2 million Pan-Asian American businesses in the country. We're Fortune 1000 corporation in our membership, and Denny's is among them. From our national headquarters office in Washington, D.C. and regional chapters, and there are 5 of them, we reach over 10,000 Asian American businesses in different industries. Both Denny's and US PAC agree that education never stops. So we look forward to continued partnership with Denny's and further expand our horizon into the future together with Pan-Asian American high school students looking for a brighter future for themselves and their family. Thank you, Denny's.
The scholarship has really positively impacted me. It allowed me to pursue my education at one of the top public universities in Washington State. And it also made me really appreciative that other people could see the potential that I had and to succeed. The idea for my essay came from my personal background. Growing up, I always noticed that my parents idolized my older brother for his accomplishments, and he had a lot more privileges that I never had before. And with my mom, she always had a traditional mindset. And so she always thought that, girls should just stick to becoming a housewife and that we shouldn't really pursue any sort of education. So she really took that out on me as being the first daughter. And growing up, I saw that mindset and I knew I didn't want to be part of that. I hope to become a physician assistant after graduation and continue to volunteer at my community. And I am starting to I'm in the process of becoming a CNA, and so that I can make a direct impact during these hard times.
Here's some more laughs from KevOnStage.
Being poor is about being resourceful. Like Tupperware, that's a rich people thing. It's a plastic container just for holding food, but it's see-through, so you can see what's in there. It's valuable. When you're poor, you have Tupperware, kind of. It's a plastic container that holds food, but it's old food containers, and you can't see through it. And nothing ruins your day like going to make a grilled cheese sandwich, opening the butter, and finding black-eyed peas in there. Oh, Grandma, where's the butter? Where's the butter, though? And y'all don't even have butter. It's just one butter container with black-eyed peas. There ain't two. One with butter, one with black-eyed peas. It's just black-eyed peas in there. Ruin your whole day. You ain't even hungry no more. The problem is, men, we don't have stuff for our bodies. We don't have waist trainers, girdles, Spanx, cling wrap, all that police Under Armour women be having to wear. Some of y'all ladies got some on tonight. You've been here since 6. You can't breathe good by now. It's hard, it hurts. You trying to laugh good, and every time you laugh, it tightens up. You like, it's funny, but I'm passing out, I'm seeing stars. You can't wait to get home and take that girdle off. Pop you out like biscuits. You be in the bathroom alone like, oh, girl. Oh, Jesus, thank you, girl. Thank you, God, for your grace and your mercy. Ooh, you didn't have to do it, but you did, Father. Ooh, thank you, Jesus. I stand like this sometimes. And people make fun of me. They say it's not manly. But after 30, you don't really care. You just do what's comfortable now. You don't care. I've been married for 13 years. I don't need you to think I'm manly. I know I'm not. My wife knows I'm not. She's like, can you stop standing like that? I'm like, why? I like it. I stand like the girls on Instagram. This is how they take their pictures. Looking at the ground. What are y'all looking at on the ground? And they're always moving their hair. What is that? Y'all all are doing it. It's not original.
And now, what we've all been waiting for. Introducing our 2021 scholarship winners.
It's just me and you, baby. 1 + 1 = you, baby. Yeah, you to drive you crazy. You're my only lady, my little baby. It's just me and you, baby. 1 + 1 = you, baby. Yeah, you to drive you crazy. You're my only lady, my little baby. See, my cutest, stupid booty girl. I love it when you shake it. She the realest, she the illest. No one got none on my baby, that's my lady. To keep it G, if I tell her she gon' take it, just for me. You see the go, watch her glow. Ooh, you know I feel like baby Jesus. Ooh, and I got water drip my dope. You my drugs, bout to overdose on love. You the pig, let's get rich. Let's go, it's just me and you, baby. 1 + 1 equals you, baby. Yeah, to drive you crazy. You're my only lady. Body so nice, let me light these candles. So good, don't need no you know. Girl, you know you the baddest hands down. Baby, let's go round for round.
Shejay T.O. Shejay T.O. Shejay T.O.
Hello, I'm Gail Sharps-Myers, General Counsel and Chief People Officer for Denny's. Over the past year, our foundation has been shaken and really forever changed, not just by the pandemic that took so many of our loved ones much too soon and that altered where and how each of you completed your high school education, but also by hate-fueled racial injustices toward communities of color who are working each day to care for their families, people going for jogs in their local neighborhoods, people exercising their democratic right to vote, people just simply living their lives. But through it all, you remained dedicated and you focused, you dreamed big, You worked hard and set your sights on overcoming systemic barriers that were placed in front of you. You, my friends, persevered. And for that, I am incredibly proud of you. I cannot stress enough that taking this next step of furthering your education is one of the best and most pivotal decisions for your life. Throughout your college career and over the course of your life, I encourage each of you to be open to challenges, put in the hard work, and exceed expectations, even your own. And know that you can create a career and life where you can do great things and achieve many successes. Congratulations on being selected as a recipient of the Denny's Hungry for Education Scholarship.
What a celebration! You all should be feeling the love, baby, from me, from the Denny's executives and all the partners who are supporting these scholarships. It's been a blast for me to be a part of this special event. You all really inspire me. You all are the reason why Denny's believes education never stops.